Hello, my name is Candace Woodruff, and I am Executive Vice President Gold here in my econ. I am super excited to be sharing with you the information that is changing people's lives all across the country. Now, I'm not saying changing people's lives just because it sounds good. I'm saying it because it's true. You see, we have real people and real results. I can even speak for myself that even having a master's degree and a corporate position, that I still did not understand the value of my money until I started learning and using these strategies in my econ. So I'm super excited because it's changed my life and my family's life, and now it's time for you to see what everyone is so excited about. So let's get started. I know you're probably wondering, well, why is this so important? Why are we looking at our money? Well, the sad truth is, out of 320 million Americans, 95% of them are financially stressed. We look at it this way. We know that there is a financial cancer going on in America right now. And we just believe in MyEcon that we have the cure to that cancer. So who are we? Who is MyEcon? Well, MyEcon is a fast-growing, debt-free, and technology-driven company. Everyone who joins has their own personalized website, and our leaders, our veteran leadership team, has been in the industry for over 100 years combined. So we want to follow people that know what they're doing. Our mission statement is very powerful. It's to empower people to attain personal financial success. The key word to that statement is personal, because you have to be able to help yourself before you can help anyone else. And I'm sure you agree with me with that. Now, would you also agree that we live in a capitalistic society? Absolutely. So what is capitalism? Well, we use this word all the time, but it's simply when someone or companies take advantage of what you do not know. Very simple. Now, in a capitalistic society, we have two main objectives. We wake up every single day to maintain our current lifestyle. We want to go out to eat, take care of the kids, pay the bills, those types of things. The second objective is to work right now, but to make enough money to last us into retirement. Well, the government says that we need about 12 times the amount we make right now to last us into retirement. So let's say you make $50,000 right now. That means you need over $500,000 to last you into retirement. That's a big objective, right? Well, let's look at what keeps us from getting to those objectives. The first thing that eats away at our money, the first challenge we have, is inflation. Well, what is inflation? Inflation is the constant rise of everything around us going up, but our income, well, it flatlines or stays the same, because at our jobs, we can't ask for a raise if grocery goes up or if gas goes up or even daycare. See, that's inflation. The buying power of our dollar goes down every single day. So we have to find a way to outpace inflation. The second challenge is taxes. Now, we go into taxes a little bit later, a little deeper later, but let's just say this. Did you know that the average American between the age of 18 and 60, that they make about $1 million in their lifetime? Yes, very true. So where does that money actually go? Well, the first third of that million goes to taxes. Off the top, you never see it. The second third, well, it goes to debt, and then we're forced to live and retire off the last third of our money. And many times we don't have a plan or a strategy, so we don't even know where that goes. We call it, I don't know, money. Well, the third challenge that we have is debt. You see, what happens is that many Americans is that we go into debt as soon as we go out of high school. Let's just talk about it this way. Student loans, credit cards, home loans, car loans, all the loans you can think of. People get into debt, many times get deeper into debt, trying to get out of debt. So we have to find a way to get rid of this debt demon, is what we like to call it sometimes. So let's find a strategy. Well, we have one, and you are on the call at the right time, because we have a solution to these challenges. But we have to get the last challenge. The last one is a lack of financial education. We don't know what to do with our money. Many times we're trained to make money, spend money, and then save a little. And many times if something happens when we save, well, that savings is gone. So we have to be more disciplined. We have to come up with some solutions to help us, because we've never been taught this before. So let's look at it. The solutions that MyEcon provides are very simple. The first solution is called minimize your taxes. Well, What does that really mean? There's this form at your job that you fill out when you first start working. It's called the W-4. That W-4 form is filled out incorrectly by 80% of Americans. Wow, that's a lot of people. So what we do is we say, hey, let's make sure that the form W-4 you had filled out at your job is filled out the correct way, and average people get about $200 to $800 back into their home each month. That's called cash flow. That extra cash flow is helping people these days. Now, after we get the extra cash flow, we say, hey, don't go buy stuff. Let's use that extra money to pay off some debt. We have debt hanging over your head. If we clean up that debt that's hanging over your head, isn't that keeping more of your cash flow into your home? Absolutely. So we're getting rid of your debt, and now you're having a great experience, and we're saying, hey, do you know someone who needs this information or would love to have it? Absolutely. So if you share this information and other people join, well, you can build business income as well. Get paid to help people. And that's a win-win. And on top of that, we're saying, hey, learn how to invest. We're teaching investment education because money making money is way more powerful than labor making money. See, these strategies right here are helping people all across the country to build wealth for themselves and their children's children. So I hope you have your pen and pad and that you're writing this down. Now, I'm going to share with you how this all works. The first thing we have to do is to shift our mindset. The mindset is so important. We're teaching you things like what assets are versus liabilities. Now, we know that assets make you money and liabilities take money out of your pocket. On top of that, we're saying, hey, don't just listen to us. Let's go read some books. Let's go expand our knowledge so that we can see what people are really doing out here. Well, in this book in particular, by Robert Kiyosaki, he told me, he said, hey, Candace, your home is a liability. And I said, oh, no, that can't be true because I was taught that a home and a car were my greatest assets I could have for myself. Well, I learned some new things, and let's just say I'm glad that I learned them because we learn concepts about the cash flow asset and an equity asset. Now, see, a cash flow asset is money flowing through your home right now. An equity asset is something that makes you money later. So technically, which one is my home? Well, my home is an equity asset. Wow. So if I keep doing the upkeep on my home, if I'm getting the yard done, if I'm paying the bills, is that taking money out of my pocket? Absolutely. So my home technically is a liability. Wow. Now that really opened my eyes. So I felt that something was wrong, but then I had to get an understanding. We're not saying don't buy houses. We're saying don't buy homes and call them your assets. Understand that they're liabilities until they begin creating cash flow in your home. But I have great news for you because today on this call, if you are renting your apartment or your home or you're buying your home, regardless of which one you're doing, we teach you how to turn your home into a cash flow asset today. Yes, and I know you want to see what's next, so let me continue, and I'm going to share that with you. But before we get into how that works, we have to understand that there's two tax systems in America, one for the employee and one for the business owner. Now, on top of that, we get paid three different ways. Now, we choose these ways we get paid. Now, as an employee, we're taxed at the highest rate of 28 to 33%. As a business owner, we're taxed at 18 to 23%, and that's the net effect. And as an investor, we're taxed around, give or take, 10%. Now, I could ask you this. What is taken out of your paycheck before you get it? Well, taxes, absolutely. And after we pay the taxes, then we pay our bills. And then if there's anything left, well, we pay ourselves. And this is the challenge that's going on in America is because there's not enough cash flow in the home to actually pay yourself. It's like we're working to pay bills, and that's definitely not any fun. So what we're doing in My Econ is very special. We're teaching the power of business ownership. The power of business ownership teaches you to pay yourself first, then pay your bills, then pay taxes. Wow. Look a lot better? Absolutely. And I know you're wondering, well, Candace, I don't have a business. What do you mean? How can I come up with a business concept? Well, guess what? My Econ is the business. We teach financial education and principles, and we teach you to become owners. Well, what does that mean? Well, the power of being an owner, not only just a business owner, means that you're no longer renting your lifestyle. Many of us are. We're renting our cars. We're renting our homes. We're renting our furniture, our televisions. We rent everything. And what we want to do is to teach you the power of ownership and teach it through a strategy. See, this is powerful. So let me show you how it works. See, many of us think of business as like big businesses like McDonald's. You see, we see them every day. But did you know that big businesses like McDonald's and home-based businesses like MyEcon have the same tax benefit? Wow. So what are the expenses that McDonald's pay? Well, they have employees. They have utilities like light, gas, and water. They have a mortgage over their head. Aren't all those things expenses that you pay for every day? Yes. Well, did you know that those expenses are tax deductions for large corporations like McDonald's? Uh-oh. You got it. I know you're thinking this. So that means that now your lifestyle becomes a tax deduction. Your rent or mortgage, your internet, your vacations, your cell phone bills, your utilities, all these things you pay for every single day become tax deductible because you opened up a home-based business with MyEcon as your business of choice, learning these strategies and this education. How simple can it be? Very simple. Well, let me show you how this works. And I'm going to break down for you. Now, this is our income shifting section. See, this is what we're teaching people, income shifting. Now, let's say you maintain your business every month. You maintain your business every month for about $50 a month. Well, that's a yearly savings of $600 because to maintain our business is 100% tax deductible. What else? Well, if you have children, I have great news for you because you get extra benefits. Well, we show you how to write off your children up to $6,300 each year without paying taxes on them and without it affecting your child tax care credit that you already get. So that's a whole extra deduction. I used it as a small deduction on this screen, but let's just say we train you on how to do that. What else? Well, your home internet. You pay $75 a month for internet, and this is just for example, but 100% of that internet bill is tax deductible. Why is that? Because we do everything online. Remember earlier I told you we're a technology-driven company. Absolutely. So that's a savings of about $900 a year. Your cell phone bill, about $100 a month. Well, you use your phone 85% of the time for business. That's about $1,000 a year. Going on vacations. We're talking about going out to eat. Do you go out to eat? I know I do. So we're showing you how to write it off. Your entertainment, driving your car. Wow. All of these things are now tax deductible because you turned your regular expenses into business expenses with a business of MyEcon of choice. See, home-based business ownership has many, many benefits, and I'm just showing you a few of them. Now, on top of that, this is a total of $16,000 in tax deductions. Wow. We qualify for over 450 tax deductions, and I didn't even mention writing off your rent or utilities. That's major. You see, we know that you're busy. We understand that. So we say, hey, use this 8 or master 10 and get your deductions off of your regular expenses at least, and then we'll grow and learn from there. We don't want to make this complicated. We want it to be simple. So let me give you an example, and then I'm going to move forward. So let's just say that I wanted to travel because I'm in Arkansas. Let's say I wanted to travel to Texas on a prospecting trip. Now, prospecting is me wanting to look for more business partners. So I go and I drive my car, and I pull up to the hotel, and I give the clerk my card. I say, hello, I teach a strategy called income shifting. You should give me a call. I gave her my card. We exchanged information, and let's look at what's on this list that I can actually write off. Well, I drove my vehicle, so that's tax deductible. Now I'm doing business now. Then I go out to eat, and I do that same concept, handing my business card out, exchanging information, tax deductible. The hotel costs, tax deductible. Isn't my phone number on that business card? Absolutely. It's tax deductible. Now, can I help that my family stays in Texas? No, I can't help that. So my regular trip that I may have taken anyway has now become tax deductible because I went on a prospecting trip and I went to Texas to do business. I just decided to see my family as a portion of that business trip. Wow. So do you see how simple that can be? Can you do that? I'm sure you can. And it's legit. It's legal. I'm going to show you how. I'm going to show you some IRS documentation to prove it. This is going to be awesome. So this form right here is from the IRS. They tell us what a refund is. These are publications. We always like to provide documentation because documentation beats conversation any day. So this says, where does your refund come from? It comes from your wallet or purse. When you tell your employer how much to withhold from your paycheck, or you make an estimated tax payment. For the average refund, that's about $40 a week too much. Now, this publication came from 2005. It is 2016. Wow. Imagine what that number really looks like. So what we're doing is we're educating people like, hey, that money that we're getting from a refund, and they tell you on this publication, it could be used to actually pay down debt or to use to invest. You see, we're just following the directions of the IRS. We're following instructions, and we made a business out of it. And it's amazing, and it's helping people and changing people's lives. So what we understand is that if you look at these deductions that you see on this screen, everything you see, you pay for it every single day. So now, if you decide not to take advantage of what you see, throw $20 out the window every single time you decide not to take advantage of it, because that's how much money you could be wasting by not using these strategies. Now, I'm going to move on to show you how this applies to your taxable income, and then I'm going to be done. Now, here are some numbers for you. Let's say that I made about $48,000 on my job. Now, this is actually a true story of a gentleman, so it's going to be great. Now, we're using simple numbers here. We know that we live in a progressive tax system, but we're going to use simple numbers to make sure everyone can understand it. Now, you made $48,000 at your job. Now, I'm single, and I have no children, so no tax credits or anything. That tax rate is at 25%, meaning I owe $12,000 to the government. On top of that, they give me a break of a personal exemption and a standard deduction of around roughly $10,000. That makes my taxable income $38,000. Now, meaning I'm still in a 25% rate, and I owe $9,500 to the government. That's a lot of money, and I'm not happy. But I was in the right place. I used my econ strategies. I took advantage of what I saw, and I was able to apply that $16,000 to my taxable income. Well, now I'm only taxed on $22,000. Wow. That's a tax rate of 15% that I dropped to, and now I only owe $3,000 to the government for the whole year. That's amazing. So let me be real clear on what I just shared with you. I made $48,000, but it looks like I made $22,000, which is what I'm now taxed on, from opening up a home-based business and using these strategies and principles with my econ. On top of that, this gentleman stayed in Arkansas where this true story happened. He got back $1,800 from the state, and on top of that, he cash flowed about $6,200 from federal. Wow. So let's just say this. The worst thing that can happen to you in my econ is that you could save about $6,000 to $8,000 on your taxes. That's great, right? Absolutely. So let's keep going. I'm going to show you how this all works, what all comes with the system, and what the value you're adding to your life. You just seen what this was and why it's so important for you to have it. Now let's look at what you get. We believe in documentation. Remember I said that earlier. So this is Sandy Bakken. He says that every North American taxpayer who works a full-time job and does not have a side business could be overpaying taxes $3,000 to $9,000 per year. Now, Sandy Bakken is a CPA and a former IRS tax attorney. Now, he said that he quit the IRS because he was tired of seeing the IRS get over on people with their money. So now he writes books like Lower Your Taxes Big Time, sharing with us how to run our home-based business as a business. And he shares a lot of great tips with us. So we believe in documentation. It's a great book to get, Lower Your Taxes Big Time. Now, what is the investment for you to join my econ to actually take advantage of these strategies? Well, it's $179 one time out of pocket. Now, I want to be clear on this. To open up a McDonald's, you need $2 million in the bank. Wow. To open up a McDonald's inside of your home with my econ as a home-based business, you get the same benefits as McDonald's, but for definitely lower the cost. $179 one time out of pocket, and each month to keep your system going, well, you get $34.95, and every bit of this amount is tax deductible. Absolutely. So let's show you what comes with the system, and we will be done. The first thing you get with the MyEcon system is a cash flow manager. We believe in record keeping and making sure that you're compliant with the IRS. Well, this system is on your phone and on your computer. It makes your taxes simple. It even calculates it for you so you don't have to do math. That's awesome. On top of that, you get something called the identity theft protection. Identity theft is the #1 crime in America. So it's time for us to make sure we're protected. Well, guess what? This comes with your MyEcon system for the $34 a month. Yes, you get up to $1 million worth of coverage. They cover your Social Security number, your bank accounts. All of this stuff comes with it. That's awesome. What else do you get? Well, the Financial Success membership comes with credit counseling, free and discounted legal care, tax preparation and advice, as well as key logging and identity theft defense system. That's a lot of stuff for $34.95, I would have to say myself. But we believe in providing value for people's lives. Now, these products you see here on the right of your screen are just products that we're able to offer to other people. Now, and for ourselves, because we just say we want to become our own economy so that we're not affected by the economy. Therefore, we have coffee, we have radiation products, we have Daily Ultimate, which is vitamins. We have all these things that we pay for every day at our GMCs, at our Walmarts. We just say, hey, order them from yourself. Basically what we do. We love it. What else do we have? We have something called the Cashback Mall, which is a perk for being in MyEcon. We travel. We're partnered with one of the largest travel companies in the world by the name of Priceline. So we book our trips online, flights, hotels, all these things, and we get cash back for doing what we were going to do anyway. All these stores here that you see on the screen, we're collaborated with, and you can give the Cashback Mall away to your friends and family for free, and they get cash back, and so do you, which is always great. What else? Well, we have travel. We're partnered with all kind of travel companies, but this is one in particular that we really love. It's called VRBO. VRBO allows us to take trips and to get cash back for doing it, which is always great. Now, last couple things and I am done. How do you make money with MyEcon? Well, the first thing you want to do is put your own financial life jacket on. You want to use the strategies for yourself. Once you use those strategies, we say, hey, have you been to a great restaurant or a great movie? And people say, yeah. Well, have you ever told someone about it? Yes. Well, did they send you a check for telling someone about it? What about, the movies War Room or Fast and Furious and all those great movies, and then restaurants like Chili's? Well, no, they didn't send me a check. Exactly. Well, we say, hey, you're having a great experience with MyEcon. You're getting out of debt. You're creating more cash flow in your home. You're helping yourself. You're learning these principles and strategies. We say, hey, share it with other people, and the company will send you a check for doing so. You could build a team. You get your first 2 people, and that gets you to Executive Vice President. Once you get to Executive Vice President, that's when all the fun starts, because now you qualify for unlimited $1,000 bonuses for every 7th person that comes on your base shop team. And we train you on this stuff, but let's just say for every 7th person that comes on your team, that's a $1,000 bonus. Now, that's major. So I think I could use an extra 1,000. What about you? Absolutely. So the last system I want to show you before I get off of this call is our debt elimination software. And we talked about many things and how we're getting out of debt and how we're doing it, but we have a system that helps you to do it. This is our debt elimination software that you put your information in, and it tells you what to pay, when to pay it, and how the system calculates it for you on when you'll be debt-free. Isn't that awesome? I think so myself. So this is what we're doing. We're creating the formula for wealth. We give you the system, the software, and the support. We're teaching you the power of business ownership. We want you to lower your taxes. We want you to get out of debt faster with the extra money from lowering your taxes. We want you to create business income, begin sharing this knowledge with everyone that you know. And then we want to teach you investment education. You see, I didn't go deep into that on the call today, but We're teaching you how to get higher rates of return on your money with your investments. We're teaching you how to maximize your actual 401ks and making sure that you're setting yourself up for retirement so that you can be independent when it's time for you to sit down and no longer work. So we're creating wealth, and that's what we believe in. Now, at this point, I just want to share with you, don't let a social decision steal your wealth. We want to make sure we're listening to people that are doing it, that are using the strategies, that are helping themselves. Qualify who you ask about your money. We want to make sure that they know about money, right? Absolutely. At this point, either you're a 3, a 2, or a 1. A 3 says, thanks but no thanks. Well, the information was great, but I'm not interested. I got me together. I don't need it. Well, we appreciate you for getting on this call, for listening in, and thank you. A 2 says, strategies and education. Well, I'd love to learn more to actually help myself right now and to just get on track. Well, that's awesome. We can help you and get you started. And a 1 says, well, you could have stopped talking at slide 3 because I'm all in. I want to learn the strategies and education. I want to share this with other people, and I'm excited about the information that I just saw. We would love to help you. We'd love to be there and support you, and we're just saying, hey, the worst that can happen is that you could save about $6,000 to $8,000 on your taxes, and we believe that it's time to get started now. You'll either have the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Well, what is that? The pain of discipline is to buckle down, use these strategies and education to help yourself and to begin changing your life for your future. And the pain of regret says, well, I see this information and you see it, and then 5 to 10, 20 years down the road, you regret that you didn't take advantage of what you saw today. So thank you for getting on the line. My name is Candace Woodruff, and I'll see each and every one of you on the other side of success.